Hi friends, in this video we are going to see the data visualization plots and its corresponding demo using the matplotlib library in Python. So we are going to use the matplotlib library which is used for the data visualization in Python. So the first visualization tool we are going to consider is the dot plot. So in dot plot, based on your x and y data, the value points will be plotted as a dot. So if you are connecting these plots with lines, there is no meaning while connecting these things. So dot plot will provide just information between that xy value will be just represented in dots. And next we are going to see with the line plot. The line plot mainly go with the trend lines. So if you have any changes over time, that will be represented using the line plot. So if you see here in the year 2016, the blue color represents the change over of sales in the year 2016. So how the sales is varying month by month from the first month to the 12th month. So that will be given in the line plot. So you can able to identify in which month the corresponding sales is very high. And also the line plot is used for comparison also. So here they are comparing the sales between the year 2016 and the 2017. So in which year the sales is high. So also the average sales you can find out, and also you can find out in which month of the which year the sales is very much high. So if we consider here in the year 2017, around after the 10th month the sales is very high when compared with the year 2016. And next is we have the next plot called as bar plot. So the bar plot itself we have various variation. So this is called as vertical bar plot. So this is mainly used for the categorical data. So the x-axis having the categorical data and the y-axis having the count of the data. So to represent the categorical data, mainly we go with the bar plot, and this bar plot. So here this represents the categorical variables, and this will represent the count of that particular variable. And now next the bar plot can be represented with in terms of horizontal. So this is called as horizontal bar plot. So the same way, instead of vertical, the values are represented in a horizontal. The count will be represented in the horizontal manner. And the bar plot can be used for comparison between 2 or 3 values. So here we are having in the domain of computer science, which language can be used most, either Python or SAS. So if we consider here in computer science and data science domain, Python is having the highest usage. But when you consider with economics, in economics, SAS is having the highest usage. And when you consider with analytics, and the R program is having the highest usage. So for comparison also, we can, to compare between different categorical variables also, you can use with the bar plot. So that is for comparison. And the bar plot can be represented like a stack bar plot. So here above the one bar plot, the another bar plot has stacked up. So the first one represents, so out of the number of customers, 500 customers. So the blue color represents the female and the orange color represents the male. So out of 500 customers, around 250 customers are female and around 250 customers are male. So that information also we can represent it with the stack bar plot. The next type of representation is the pie chart. So by pie chart represent in terms of, this is also working for the categorical data, and the one way you represent with the bar plot, so you can use with the pie chart also. So here it will be out of 100 or out of the total, how much percentage got allotted for each and every categorical variable. So that will be represented with the pie chart. So these are the various categorical variable. So how much percentage of person know Java as a programming language? How much percentage of the person know Python as a programming language? So suppose you have some 100 students, out of 100 students, 25% of the students know with Python. 30% of the students will know with the Java. So that will be represented with the pie chart. And next plot is called as the scatter plot. The other name for scatter plot is correlation plot. So how there is a correlation between the variable x and y. So this correlation plot or scatter plot is mainly work with the numerical variables. The x and y variables will be the numerical value, and there should be a correlation between the variable x and y. How the variable y is dependent on x or independent of x, so that will be represented by this scatter plot. So here if you see here, whenever the age of a car, so this is actually car's price, whenever the car's age increase, automatically the price of the car get decreasing. So there is a correlation between these two numerical variables. And under the correlation, we have three types of correlation. One is positive correlation. So here how the x is depends on how the y is depends on x. If the x increase, the y also increase. So that represents the positive correlation. And here if the x increase, the y get decrease. So this is a negative correlation. So here in this numerical variable, there is no correlation between the variable x and y. We cannot define any positive or negative correlation. So that is no correlation. And the next plot is called as box plot, or it is called as 5-number summary plot. So since you know from your data frame, you want to have a function called as describe. This function gives the statistical information about the numerical columns. Statistical information about the numerical columns. So from that it is giving the count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, maximum, then 25% quartile and 50% quantile and 75% quantile. So this will be equivalently represented with this box plot. And here this represents the maximum, and this represents the minimum, and this represents the 50%, and this represents the 25%, and this represents the 75%. So this statistical information will be represented in terms of box plot, and this is also mainly used to identify the outliers available in the data. Outliers means the data which is not in a range of your data. So your data may be in the range of 20 to 45. So there may be some outliers available with the range of, with the values of 95, 85. So that will not be accommodated in that particular range. So that data are called as outliers. And that box plot will help you to identify the outliers. And the last plot is called as the histogram. So histogram also look like your bar chart, but it having a range of values. Okay, so here these ranges are non-overlapping. So you want to identify the frequency count. This is again called as frequency count. It will give you the frequency count, how many people are belong to the age from 0 to 10. How many people will have a age range between 10 to 20. So the range will be represented in the x-axis and the corresponding frequency count will be represented in the y-axis. And this is the representation of the histogram. Okay, so now we will move to the demo session. So I have a Google Colab environment. So if you have your Gmail ID, so first you connect with your Google Colab account. So you select with your new notebook, and now your Google Colab environment is ready. So you can go here, file, new notebook. So you can create a new notebook. Now I want to use the Excel file which is available in my drive. This is my drive. Inside that I have a Google Colab notebook. I have kept my Excel file inside this Google Drive. And this is my Excel file which contains the information about the car details, the price of the car, age, kilometer, fuel type, HP, metallic color, automatic type, CC, door, weight, the name of the car, the price of the car and the maintenance charge of the car. So everything I have kept it here. Now I need to go with the demo. The first step, I need to mount the drive. So if I mount the drive in the Google Colab, then only I can able to read the Excel file from my drive. So in order to do that, first I have to import a library from google.colab, import drive, and then I have a function called as drive.mount. I need to provide the path from where it needs to be mounted. So from the content / drive force underscore remount is equal to true. So now I need to execute it. I'm going to do it cell by cell. So it is asking me to connect with my, getting a permission to connect with my Google Drive. So I'm giving a permission. I'm connecting with my Google Drive. Hello. So I give a permission to connect the Google Colab with my Google Drive. So once it is done successfully, it will give you information your drive mounted successfully. So it will take some time to mount your data. Yes, it is mounted. The next step, I need to read the Excel file which is available inside my drive under the folder Google Colab notebook. So in order to read it, I need to write a function is equal to, I need to first give the location from where I need to take my Excel file. So that is under the my drive and under the Colab notebooks / data visual.xlsx. So that's the files I have given the drive path. And next I need to read the Excel file and it need to be converted as a data frame. So in order to do that, we have a function called as read underscore Excel, where you need to pass the path and the index column is equal to 0. And this PD represents the pandas library. So if I want to use or work with the data frame, first I need to import the pandas library. So import pandas as PD. So now my data frame is ready. I need to print it. df.toString. Now I run my program. Yes, so whatever I have seen in my Excel file, now it has read and it is good. So you can see there are 25 rows available and with the starting from the index 0 to 24. And now I need to work with one by one whatever plots we have seen there, that is your dot plot, line plot, bar chart. We are going to see the demo of the corresponding thing. So first I need to use with the dot plot. So you know that if I want to use with the plotting concept or visualization concept in the Python, so first I need to import a library which will support this data visualization plots, and that library I am going to use with the matplot library. So first I need to import it. Import matplotlib .pyplot matplotlib.pyplot as plt. So now the corresponding library got imported. Now we need to plot it. So plt.plotof. So here the question is given that you need to provide a dot plot between the car name and age. So in the x-axis you need to keep the car age, and the y-axis you need to, in the x-axis you need to keep the car name, and the y-axis you need to keep the car age of the corresponding car. And that is also for only for the first 10 cars. Okay, only for the first 10 cars you need to keep it. So you need to fetch the corresponding column called as name of the car. And then I need to keep only the first 10 rows. That is my x-axis. Then y-axis I need to take the age column, and that also I need to keep with 10 rows. And I need to give, the next thing is I need to give the marker color. So I am going to give marker. So what type of marker you need, whether it is dot, which symbol you need to display in the dot, that you need to give it. And the color also you need to give. Okay, so while you're doing that, you are getting a plot. So now this has become a line plot. You doesn't need a line plot because there is no meaning while you connect this dots. There is no meaning. So we don't need that line there. So you need to add a property called as line width is equal to 0. So when I use line width is equal to 0, there is no lines connected in between the dots. So we have plotted, we need to give what is x-axis, what is y-axis. So you need to give the x label. X label is car name, and plot dot y label. Y label is age of the car, and you need to give a title for the plot. So plot dot title, and I'm going to give car's age. Okay, so now we run it and check. Yes, so we are having the x-axis, x label, y-axis, y label, and the title of the figure. So if I put it, you can able to see. Okay, so you can put semicolon or not semicolon, not a problem. So if you run it, you will get the output as a dot plot. And now we will move to the line plot. So line plot, as you know already, if you want to represent any changes over time. So there is a change in the price when the car's age get increased. So now I am going to represent that in a line plot. So what we have to do in the x-axis, we need to give df of age. And that also I am going to keep for entire thing. So I am not going to give the head of. Then in the y-axis, I am going to keep the price of the car. And followed by, I need to give with, I don't need to give the line width because defaultly I am having line only representing between the dots. And only I have to give the marker. Then I need to give the color. So when I execute it, I am getting some zigzag thing because here you see my ages are not arranged in a ordered manner. So 23 is there, 24 is there, 30 is there, again I have 27 is there, 23 is there. So the x-axis is taking the values as such, so the line is going here and there. But I need to have a trend line, that is change over time. I want to know it. So what I have to do is, first I have to sort my data. Okay, so I will do the things in a temporary variable. So first I need to sort my data. So for sorting, I need to use a function called as sort by values. Which column I need to sort? I need to sort based on the age. So we are giving sort based on the age and sorting to be done in the ascending order. And now the sorted values are available in the T. So instead of plotting the data frame directly, now you need to plot the temporary variable. So age, and then I'm taking with the corresponding price, and then marker is equal to O symbol, then color is equal to red. So now we will plot. Yes, so we can able to see some change over time. So when the age of the car get increased, the price of the car get decreased. So we can observe some changes over time. That is a trend line between your data. And now we are moving to the next type of chart, which is called as the bar chart. So bar chart, you know that it is used to represent the categorical data in the x-axis. So if you go here with the fuel type, we have basically three different unique fuels. One is diesel, another one is CNG, another one is petrol. So we need to provide a bar chart that represent the categorical data of fuel type. Diesel, how much car is using diesel, how much car is using CNG, how much car is using petrol. So in order to take the count of each fuel type, first we need to apply a function called as values count. So I need to take the count first, that is from the data frame. I will take the fuel type column, and in that fuel type I am going to apply a function called as value counts. So what it will return, we can see it will return how many cars are type of petrol, how many is of diesel, how many is of CNG. So that information it is printing, and that only I am going to use as an input for my bar. So plt dot bar, I need to put the data, that is the count, and I have the index. Index represents the categorical variable petrol, diesel, CNG, and then data dot values. The values represents these values, the count for each categorical variable, how many values are there. So I run it. I can get all my bars with the same color. So I need to represent different bars with different colors. So I am going to use a function called as, or property called as color. First one red, next one blue, and next one green. So everything I need to give it in single quotes. So single quotes. Yes. So I will run it again. So red, blue, green. And the bar width I need to reduce, or I need to reduce it. So I need to give width is equal to 0.25. It is 25%. Yes, so now my width is, so that is for the count and the bars width. There is no relation between that two. But in histogram, the bars width and the count having a relationship. But in bar chart, we don't have, the width of the bar is not influenced with the count of the variable. So this is the way how our bar chart will be created. And this thing is providing a vertical bar chart. So now we want to provide a horizontal bar chart. So next bar chart, instead of displaying as a vertical bar chart, now I am going to display as a horizontal bar chart. So I am going to put plot.bar h to represent the horizontal. I am using with bar h. I need to put between data.index, data.values. So if I run it, the same thing I am getting in terms of the horizontal bar chart. But in my question, it is asked, I need to provide a horizontal bar chart for fuel type and price. So if you consider the fuel type, okay, if you consider the fuel types, the price, you cannot have a count value because the price is having different things. Okay, we have different values for diesel, different values for petrol. So now when I do the plotting between two numerical values, that is the fuel type and price, you will see what will happen. I'm going to put plot bar h. I need to keep between df of fuel type and then df of price. Okay, so for each fuel we have lot of price. Out of that, it is taking the maximum price value and that only displayed here. Okay, so if I consider with anything, okay, if I consider sometimes diesel, so if I go with diesel, 13,000, and 13,000 is the highest value in my diesel, that is 1,30,000 is the highest value. So here you see here, so that will be your maximum value for the diesel, 1,30,000. Okay, so that value will be taken as, and that will be displayed for the particular categorical value. So your x-axis will be a categorical variable, and the y-axis, if like this, it is a count, and here out of all value it will take the maximum and it will display it. And now we will move to the bar chart itself. I am going to provide two bar charts, and that providing the comparativity between them. So I have two columns now, the old price column and the new price column. So I want to make a comparison between the old price and the new price. So this you need to give more attention. So how you can draw the comparative bar chart. So previously and all, we have provided a bar chart for a single data. So there is no comparison between them. For a single categorical, we are having a comparison. Now I need to compare two categorical data. I need to provide a comparison. That also I need to display in a same bar chart. So what I have to do is, I need to first specify how many data I am going to give, that is 10. So the number of items I am going to compare is 10 elements. And then I need to create 10 bars. Each bar I need to provide double because I need to compare two data. If I take a car, I am going to take 10 cars. So in each car I need to compare the old price and the new price. So what I have to do is, I need to first create index value for the 10 cars. So for that you need to do with np dot arrange n, and np is a numpy, so you need to import the numpy array, import numpy as np. So now after doing that, you need to specify the width of the bar, because I'm not going to keep the bar width as 100% because I need to compare 10 cars. So the bar width I'm going to keep with 0.25. So first cars, old price will take 0.25, the new price will take again 0.25. So totally the bar width is 0.5. Then it will provide a space, and the second car, it will start with 0.25, then adding with 0.25. So like that, I need to provide space for each and every car with different bar information. I need to keep all my first old price information, I need to keep it. So I am going to get the old price first. And I am going to take only the first 10 values because I have kept first 10 cars. So because my car names are unique, so I am going to keep the information for the first 10 cars. I am going to compare the old price and the new price. So the first the first vertical bar I have kept as the old price. And now I am going to plot it. So bar 1 is equal to plot dot bar index value, that is 10 cars. So I have given the index here, and followed by what is the values, so that I have kept from the price column. And then I have already kept the width, and then I am going to put the color is red. So I just display. So it is not a range, it is a range. Okay, so you are getting the price comparison of the old price of each car. Okay, so now I need to plot the next bar which having a comparison of the new price. So I am going to keep y value df of, I am going to keep the new price and dot head of 10. And for that I am going to create another bar. So plot dot bar and the index value plus width. Then only it will be, because the index value already 0. So width means it will take again 0.25. 0.25. So here itself, near to this itself, I need to display the next bar. That's why I'm going to give the index plus width. And followed by, and now I need to display the y values and how much width need to be taken, and the color of the bar should be green color. Yes, so now I got a comparison. The x-axis will be the car names and the y-axis will be the comparison between the old price and the new price. The red color represents the old price, the green color represents the new price. And now I need to specify what is the things represents, okay, which bar represents what. So I'm going to use with, so I can put the X label, Y label, that you know how to put the X label, Y label, and then title and all. So now I am going to put only the information about your bars. So df of name dot head, because my x-axis represents 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, because I have given this index value. That's why it is represent 0, 1, 2, 3. But actually the x-axis represents the car name C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6, C7 up to C10. So I need to display my car names there. That's only I have put this X tick. So I have to keep my X ticks, okay? X ticks. So I keep it. Yes. So I got my car names here. Okay, if I put semicolon, some that informations get hidden. So I got my things. So the car names are available here. And then I need to represent what is red color and what is green color. For that I need to put a thing called as legend. This and all you have already experienced in your Word document and in Excel. So bar 1 and bar 2. And bar 1 represents the old price and bar 2 represents the new price. So you will get the legend now. Yes, red color represents the old price and the green color represents the new price. So comparing bar chart alone, you need to just give somewhat concentration and you need to identify how you can plot two bars in a same plot. So you need to adjust the width, and based on that your bar will be displayed first index and plus width, and automatically the second index plus width, third index plus width. So like that your bar get adjusted and displayed in the same bar chart. Yes, so now we are going with the next type of bar chart, which is called as stacked bar chart. Okay, so I want to stack. First I need to stack up the old price, and above that I need to stack up the new price. So what you have to do is, first plot as usual, we need to plot the old price first. So the old price I need to keep df of, for the x-axis I need to take with the first 10 cars, and then in the y-axis I need to keep the old price for the first 10 cars. So this you know already, so it will display the name of the car and the the price of that particular car, the old price of the particular car is displayed. So now I want to stack up the new price above the price with the stacked bar. So I need to keep again bar, and then you need to keep again the x-axis is same, name dot the first 10 values, followed by I need to keep the new price. This is my second bar chart, but this bar chart should be top of the previous bar chart. So that I need to use with the attribute called as bottom. Okay, the previous chart should come as a bottom. This new price has to come as the stack of the old price. So the old price should be coming in the bottom, and the new price has to be come in the top. You run it. Yes, so you have a bar chart. So in the bottom, you have the old price, and in the top, you have the new price. I'll hide this and check. So I'm not seeing the old price. So the old price should be kept in the bottom and the new price has to stack above that. Yes, so now we will move to the pie chart. So we need to again using under the HP how much count. So you go with the HP. So HP having 90 HP, 115 and 192 and 110 HP. So 4 categories are that I need to represent out of the 25 car how much percentage is having HP is 90, how much is 115, 192 and 110. So in order to do that, first I need to take the count of it. So I need to take a count. Since you know how to take a count, I need to take the column of HP and then I need to put value counts. So that will help me in each category of HP how many cars are available. Yes, so I got the data. Now I am going with the pie chart. Plot.pie and I need to give the data dot values comma labels equal to, the label should be the index value. The index is nothing but the HP numbers. Values represents the count. And instead of displaying the count as such, I need to display in terms of percentage. So for that, I need to tell the formatting of the percentage. Okay, the percentage. After the decimal, I need to keep 2 decimal and it is a floating point number and percentage should be kept. This is a formatting string specifier you need to give. So your pie chart will be displayed with the corresponding formatting. So I need to keep here the label. I got an unexpected error. So the label is labels. Sorry. 1.2 F percentage and this label is labels. Yes, so you got it. So out of the 25 car, how much percentage is having 90 HP and how much percentage is 115 HP. So here also if I put this semicolon, these datas will not come. So I have only the pie chart. And moving to the next, I have the scatter plot. So scatter plot provide the relationship between two numerical variables. So I have age and maintenance cost. As you know, when the age of the car increases, automatically the maintenance cost of the car get increased. So in order to do that, first I will take the age separately and then Y I am taking my maintenance. And now I am going to put a scatter plot. Plot dot scatter. What is my X data? What is my Y data? And the plots I need to give with the color. So from the diagram itself, I can able to know it is a positive correlation. Since the age of the car increase, the maintenance cost also get increased. And now I am going to check how the relation between the age and the price of the car. Okay, so the reselling price of the car. So same thing I am going to keep. I will keep the same thing. I am taking the age. Instead of that, I am going to take the price of the car. Price represents the reselling price. Okay. So if I execute it, yes, I can able to see when the age of the car increases, the selling price of the car get decreased. So automatically it is a negative correlation. And this represents the correlation between two numerical variables. How the value of Y is dependent on X. And now we are going to see with the box plot. The box plot is again called as the 5-number summary plot. And you know with df dot describe. And in the df dot describe, I can able to give the statistical summary of every column with the numerical values. So now I am going to take only the age column. So what I am going to do is I am going to take with the box plot. So plot dot box plot and you need to give with df of age. So now this is your box plot as you know, with your minimum value, maximum value, then this is the 25% quantile, 50%, and this is 75% quantile. So this is your information. Now we are moving to the histogram plot. So since histogram plot is x-axis is a range of values which is not overlapping, and the y-axis is the frequency count of it. And here the bin width is related to the count. But in box plot, the bin width is not related. That is your plot width. That is this box width. The box width is having no effect with the count. But here in the histogram, the box width is related with the frequency count. And now I am going to put a histogram plot for the age column. So I am going to put with plot dot hist of f of age. Yes, so here you can see here in the range of age 22 to 23, 23 to 24, 24 to 25. How many persons are in the range of 22 to 23? 1 person. 23 to 24, 3. So it is non-overlapping, and the bar width also represents the range. It is 22 to 23, 23 to 24. And when 31 to 32, we have 3 members in that particular range. So defaultly, the division between 22 to 32, that the minimum age is 22, maximum age is 32. So defaultly, the range is divided into 10. Okay, defaultly, the division range is 10. So we have 10 intervals, 22 to 23, 23 to 24. So 10 intervals. So between your minimum to maximum, it is divided into 10 intervals. That is the default number of bins. And also here it is non-overlapping. Okay, so 22 to 23, 23 to 24. But we cannot able to see the differentiation between the bars. So what you can do is, you can use a thing called as the same thing I can use with, and I can add one property called as edge color is equal to white. So now you can see this interval 22 to 23. How many cars having an age of 22 to 23 range? How many cars in the range of 23 to 24? So defaultly, the range between the minimum to maximum is 10 bins. So now I am going to give it number of bins is 5. Okay. Now we will see what will happen. So the range of 22 to 32, now it is divided into 5 intervals. So all car belong to the age 22 to 24. All car belong to 24 to 26. So out of your 25 cars, in between the age of 22 to 24, we have 4 cars. In between the range of 24 to 26, we have 5 cars. In between a range of 28 to 30, we have 5 cars. Okay, so that range is the bins. So automatically you see the width of the bin is related to the frequency count. Okay, so that only we want to relate with our histogram. And finally, we are having, instead of giving the frequency count, that can be represented in terms of probability distribution function. So how it will be displayed with the probability distribution function. So I know with the age column, the edge color, the default bin I will keep it. And here I need to put a thing called as density equal to true. I want to display, instead of frequency count, I want to display in terms of probability. So I need to keep it yes. Okay. So instead of previously you have displayed the count, frequency count directly. Now it is displayed in terms of probability. So if I add all the things of this count, it becomes 1. So since it is a probability, the probability count should be 1. Okay. So same thing without this. So both the things I will just display and show you the difference. So you will get an idea. So I am not going to give a density. That time you see the count of the car in between this range. In the range of 31 to 32 age, we have 3 cars. Okay. So now out of 25, 3 divided by 25. What is the probability? And that only here we are displaying. Instead of displaying the frequency count, now the histogram will be displayed in terms of probability. So if you add all together, this will become 1. So I think you all clear with what are the various data visualization tools, how you can use it by using the matplotlib library in Python. Thank you.